Crowd building. A lot of beautiful teal blue surrounding this ground. Mark Prosciutto stand looks full, Brad.
Yeah, it's full, don't worry about that. Not a seat in the house in the Prosciutto stand.
7 defenders for Brisbane early.
And we're underway for this round 4 clash. Matty Lobe wins the knock, and it's towards Boak straight away. Oliver Wines fishing it out. Quick hands, though, for the Lions. Rockcliffe dives all over it. He got it from Lewis, but will have a ball up straight away.
Gotta love the way Ollie Wines is really starting to set the tone now for Port Adelaide. First in there, a big contested possession to get things going.
He's their ball. He's their contested ball player, and he's only 19.
Yep.
Ebert's not bad at it either as he tries to bust through. There's Sam Gray coming in, playing his first game. The runner-up in the 2013 McGarry medal. Should be a fascinating duel between the two 23s, Lobe and Leuenberger. Hanley hooks down Hartlett. Solid tackle.
It'll test his bung shoulder out.
Corns. Here's Gray, Sam Gray. Tringo back to Corns, and they go forward. It should suit the Lions here. Patfull slides in, doesn't take the mark. And he can't get free. The crowd won't hold him the ball, but we'll have another ball up. The umpire's very busy and move it by Trengove. It's a big, big switch here. Corns getting plenty of the ball as he always does. Out in front of his skipper. Boak waits for the bounce. Gets it now. Hooks it back and hooks it back. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it got there.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant to do that, Trav Boak. We'll say he did.
Well, because of course, he's the captain.
Exactly right. But it looks like Rockcliffe's going with Boak as well. And good opportunity here now for Port Adelaide through Matty White, who's getting a run today. He's not the sub. He's been good so far. Picked up from Richmond as a free agent. Can go back and kick a good goal to get Port Adelaide on the scoreboard.
It's kicked 2 goals, 3 in the first 3 games of the season. That needs to come back, and it holds its line. So we do have a score, the first of the afternoon. It's Port Adelaide by a point. Good vision to Hartlett. Such a dangerous player, uses it well, has a long leg. And goes into the space and wants Westhoff to run and get it on the bounce. And he does. He gives off to Ollie Wines. Around the corner, couple of chances here. Kassisi, tough kick from there. And it's a score.
We turned into him.
He just turned straight back to him. O'Shea. Pittard wants a switch. He ran through 3, but he couldn't get past the last one. And Lewis pops it over to Buick. He's got time to have a fumble, relax, kick the goal, and it always happens. Straight up the other end, goal lines. Redden, short.
Adcock gave Pollock a couple behind the play, Matty. Sorry to butt in, but he just gave him a couple. Said, you swapped clubs.
What was your name again? Chance again for Brisbane. Good smother though. Ricochets back out. Sam Mayes is a goal kicker. He's kicked another one. Brisbane get 2 in a row. All of a sudden, they got some impetus. Now, Broadbent wants to play it quickly and play the advantage. They're trying to set up a loose man, and they've done so. Through the middle of the ground. Ebert streaming forward for Port Adelaide. Open forward line, Westhoff. Patfull got back, got a hand on it, but the Hoff's still in business. Around the corner he goes. Too much of a hook.
Under pressure last week, and if they turn the ball over with kicks like that, they're going to play into Brisbane's hands.
A little bit circumspect, aren't they, coming out of defence? You know, Pittard sort of their half kicks. They're not definitive, trying to find targets. Here they go. Lines gets it from Gray. Here's Westhoff. 1-on-2, and he almost went on with it.
Close the step.
He beat 2, and then he almost brought someone else into it.
He thought about it there, Humphrey, didn't he? But thought better of it. He's only 25 metres out. Just go back and kick the goal, big fella.
Yeah, deserves the goal.
And I thought it was going to be one of those half kicks you were talking about, because Wines just sort of floated it up a little bit, but Westhoff too good, winning the 2-on-1 contest.
Well, they've been inside 50 numerous occasions. This for their first goal of the afternoon, and he makes no mistake. Quarter on the board.
They've had 69 disposals to 41. Now, some of those have been meaningless ones, but as you said, 8 inside 50s. They were goalless before that, but the big Hoff just jumped straight over the top, and there's the Hoff at 199. Jay Schultz at 193.
He can jump as well.
Can he jump? He goes for him too. Don't worry about that. And the Brisbane defence, Lyle, Clark, a couple of youngsters there at 6'5", and Joel Patfull a bit smaller at 6'3", but plays well above his height.
West, good run at it. He stole it off Redden, and then he got booped the ball twice. Didn't get it desired result. O'Shea squeezes it through the gap. Westhoff, you can tell he's coming, the crowd rise. And he plays on quickly. One-on-one Schultz against Clark. Schultz in the position. Almost the mark. Has a man going past. Sam Gray for his first goal in AFL football. And don't they love it? Well done, Sam Gray.
Here they come, Roo.
Absolutely. How good is it when you see a young fella kick a goal in his first game? Here's the Hoff. He's on fire. He's the one that looks dangerous up forward. He's kicked it long. Jay Schultz had pole position. But good defence by Brisbane, but he got it out. Great take. Left foot. Goal.
Wow.
This young fella's come from the Eyre Peninsula. He's worked hard, come over, had a crack at the Magpies. Did a fantastic job there, as Matty said, winning the best and fairest. I think he's runner-up in the Magarey. Now he's playing AFL footy.
Great young start by Sam Gray. 7 disposals and a goal in your first quarter.
How good's that? He'd be pumped at the moment. He's hungry. He's got 7 touches and a goal.
Deep kick. Schultz to run at it. Almost.
So you should have taken that.
You'd expect him to get that beautiful handball to open up Boak. He does the same thing for White, and they answer with a goal. Clever play by the power.
Well, they got the centre clearance, and that was important on the back of Brisbane just getting a goal 20 seconds before this. But around there, you'll see when the ball comes into play here. Watch Travis Boak here when he actually gets the ball and the speed with which he moves out of the congested area. You look here, he's out, he's gone. And that enables him then to hit an easy release to White. Easy goal for Port Adelaide.
And that's 2 goals out of Port Adelaide's 3 in red time. So Hawley all over it down on the boundary.
Out of that congested area, on the left boot, White. Matty White running off.
Excellent inclusion though, Matty White, with his work rate. We saw it a lot when he played for Richmond. His ability to push up past the wing and then come back hard as a high half forward, pushing back inside forward 50 by himself. We've seen it already today on a couple of occasions, and that one was just another prime example.
Tough kick.
And he gives himself a little bit of room, runs around, floats it, keeps it flat. And Leuenberger,
I think it's a goal.
we may have a review, or the umpire's sure it's a goal.
It's either play on or a goal, isn't it?
I believe it's a goal. It's gone over before he's touched it. So it's a goal.
The field umpire, not exactly sure.
Well, it's either a goal or it's play on.
Yeah.
After it's passed through for a goal.
We'll have a review.
They can't hear Shane. They can't hear Shane.
Shane looking at the umpire. So the goal umpire thinks it's a goal before Leuenberger gets a hand on it.
Inconclusive from this angle, you would think, boys, but
None of those angles will give anything, will they?
No.
So you'd think that it'll come back to the goal umpire.
It does come back to
All clear.
the umpire's call, which was he thought it was a goal.
And it is. White gets another goal. He's got a couple. Port gets some breathing space. 8 points.
well, this is just exactly what we said before the game. Port Adelaide have kicked 4 goals. 3 of those are in time on, so that's 75%. Exactly what's happened in the first 3 games. So Brisbane just can't go the distance in the quarters with their young side and young legs at the moment. Well done to Matty White. Come around, took it on, went the 3-iron punch shot.
It was a bit of a 3-on,
Didn't
wasn't
put
it?
much air into it and just got across the line. Leuenberger was in the right spot, but just couldn't quite cut it off.
Mays by hand. Robertson. Back to Mays. Will he find a target? They keep missing their targets in the middle, Brisbane. It's going to hurt them eventually. Polek, Schultz, out wide, choice of 2. Matty White again.
Wines is on.
Spots are playing now. Oliver Wines in the square. Got it, rolls through a goal, and Port make Brisbane pay.
One good thing about Ollie Wines, he can get the contested ball, but he's not frightened to run forward and kick a goal, Angus. He's pretty effective, the big ball.
Yeah, he's been hitting the scoreboard a bit this year, and he'll be the first to show the boys his highlights on Monday morning.
Those quads are getting bigger, Angus.
Yeah, I think he's still working on his squatting as well.
I reckon they're as big as Greg Phillips's, Matty, aren't they?
Big Coochie.
Yeah.
No bigger than Greg Phillips.
Oh, have a look at him.
No, no bigger than Greg Phillips.
He's only 19.
Tries to be too cute, and Justin Leppage won't be happy, Brad.
No, he won't be. Once again, the ball, you get the ball to a critical spot in the ground, but then turn it over like that to a 2-on-1 when he's got one-on-ones. He's bigs.
They could have had a shot.
Jonathan Brown, have a shot, or get it to the advantage of one of your bigs in the goal square.
Ebert. Quick play, Port. Transition here. Pittard to the square. Spots his man in some space. Up goes Schultz, and he won't drop those.
Well,
coast to coast.
Good movement by Port Adelaide there. They did, as soon as they turned the ball over, and their loose is really coming into play a lot better than Brisbane's at the moment. Brisbane just don't look like they've got a genuine target going forward. They might have had a couple of options to go before, but just not as clean as what Port Adelaide are at this stage.
So Schultz, it'll be a soda.
Great pressure by Port Adelaide in the middle of the ground there. Brisbane did well not to cough it up in the middle, because it was tackle after tackle and pressure. They kept the ball not necessarily on the body all the time, but kept possession of it, and it's great footy, really.
Yes, and Golby's kick was uncertain, to say the least. Now for Schultz to kick Port 6th and stretch the lead to 22 points. Makes no mistake.
Well, they won't get that footy back. It landed up on the hill. Someone stick that one straight under the shirt and take it home.
Which, but this would please you here, Angus, watching on the fact the transition footy, which, as Roo said, has become a real strength of Port Adelaide over the last 12 months.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, the way Brogsy took it straight back through the middle, played with the confidence, and then play on off that and get a nice deep entry from Jasper was fantastic.
And again, the defensive Port very solid. Pittard took it from the Cassisi spoil. Boak wants to move it quickly. There's a man out wide. White. And didn't quite get it around the corner to Westhoff, but still so much time for the power. Kick in is not a good one. Could be a turnover here. Maloney or Polak, the pickpocket, to White, who's everywhere at the moment. Boak. Pollock kept going.
Wrong side.
Wrong side for the left footer. Might not make a difference, Roo.
Wrong side.
Make a difference. He can kick him from anywhere. Oh, he'll enjoy that against his old team.
Well, how do you do that? That was inside out, Jono. Not even you could do that. Let's have a look at that. Good tackle by Sam Gray. Pollock on the left. He follows it up. Here it is. Boat gives it over the top. Now, this is a very, very, very hard kick. That takes large amounts of skill, and a brilliant kick in front of the hill against his old club. Jared Polak having a big quarter. He's had 7 disposals in the second quarter and a very important goal.
Mays, Aish, the former South Australians, Taylor took him on.
Good turnover again, Port.
Here they go. Wines, Schultz told to keep running, had a man out wide, decided to go himself. And why wouldn't you when you can kick him like that? Two to Schultz.
Well, a big smile on the face of Angus Monfries with that passage of play. The turnover in the middle of the ground was very impressive then, Angus.
Yeah, I think that's it, John. To play fast off the turnover, go straight through the middle and finish off there was great.
Leuenberger down.
Just grabbed his knee there, Leuenberger. Let's hope there's nothing serious about that, but another great turnover by Port Adelaide. Monfries gives the handball, and Jay Schultz from outside 50 just goes bang, and it's red time for Brisbane as well now.
And they'll have the height advantage, Port now. And here's Jackson Trengove. Corns racking up disposals at will.
This is 20 for Kane.
Into the space looking for Westhoff. They got enough of it.
I tell you what, since the side has improved over the last couple of years, Humphrey has just popped up, and he's become a total different player, Angus, with more supply.
Definitely. I think obviously the more times you can get it in there, the more chance you have it hitting the scoreboard. And yeah, Hoff, I'm going to back him in here.
It just seems to be since Ken Hinkley got here, his confidence has just risen.
Well, and the ball use is so much better now that the players are fitter.
40 metres out.
Whoa.
He has helicoptered it. He got clearance from Adelaide Airport and it get through.
Well, Sticks Kernan would have been proud of that one. That was Sticks at his best.
He would have kicked a few here at Adelaide Oval as well, but
went the 2-footed jump there. Hoff.
Watch this float.
50. Look at this float, Angus.
Catch that.
But look there, Mark's inside 50. That's been probably your biggest area of improvement, I think, over the last couple of years. Your ability to not only retain possession through the midfield, but then obviously being able to clunk them up forward.
Yeah, I think that's definitely improved with this, and like we mentioned, our supply's been a lot better over the last year and a half.
Good sharing up forward for Port Adelaide. A couple to Schultz, a couple to Westhoff, a couple to White. They're getting a good spread of goal kickers. And the margin is a worrying one for Justin Lepich.
29 inside 50s to 12, guys.
Just to 12.
Just doesn't.
And here we go again. Pressure from Port. Boak stepping, straightening, and going. They've now got 10.
We'll have a look at half-time, the exact amount of goals that Brisbane are let through in red time, but I'm tipping it's going to be pretty ugly, and I reckon it's 5-1 at the moment. Travis Boak is 21 disposals now, Boakey in a goal, so the floodgates have really opened up in this second quarter. Since halfway through the first quarter, it's been a bit of a flogging.
Gray, it closed up. Well, look at that. Have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He knew exactly what he was doing there. The kick into the pocket, Boak by hands, over the top. Time for Pittard to kick one. Hits the post.
There it
It's
is.
a good kick to Sam Gray, to Ebert, and standing all on his own. I think that's impossible. Was White, and he in turn goes to Robbie Gray.
And we're stirring up Angus Monfils about Matty White, but he's having a big game, isn't he?
And here's Westhoff, and he's got it. Good patience shown by Port Adelaide there, and you just wonder how White was 20 metres, 25 metres clear on his own. Westhoff goes around, gives it over the top. Goal. White's got 3.
Well, it's this kick here, and it was that dangerous kick there, but it just amazes me where Brisbane have all, pushed up to try and lock things in, but once again, how White gets out by himself. The next hole comes in from Robbie Gray, but he's then able to kick to an open goal square where Westhoff works in behind the defence by himself. He started up on the wing, so it comes down to getting their positioning right, not ball watching, swiveling their head from a Brisbane point of view, but work rate exceptional from Port Adelaide.
Couple of high fives.
Tringo into the action, tumbling it forward. Westhoff. White again. He's learnt just to feed off of Westhoff or give it over to Robbie Gray. Straightens up, and he's in on the action. He's in on the party. Let's get the barrier ground level, Baz.
Yeah, well, if the news couldn't get any worse for the Brisbane Lions. Here's Hanley, got some attention at half-time. We see there with the doctors in the doctor's room. He's actually got the jacket on next to Leuenberger on the bench now, so it looks like he's done for the day. It just gets from bad to worse for us, for the Brisbane Lions.
Well, this is going to take one almighty effort from the other 20 Brisbane players just to hold on here at the moment, because Port are just running all over them. They've had double the possessions in this third quarter, 5 inside 50s to 1 and 2 goals.
No one up forward really to kick to. Cutler had to wait. Gave it off to Clark. He doesn't kick a lot of goals. He'll enjoy that. He bangs it home from 55. That'll get him going.
Worked this stoppage well.
Port have worked it out nicely again. Boak, as always, involved. Short kick from Corns. Westhoff being held. Umpire spotted it. Boak again. Off the outside of the boot, towards the wing. Trengove has to get down low. Very clean. Cassisi came across to help out. Kick's not a good one. It'll favour Adcock.
Oh!
And he bounces off his knees to Impey, to Gray. And he goes towards goal, but it'll slide across. Can Sam Gray keep it in? He can.
Oh,
around he goes. Sam Gray, in his first game, kicks his second. How about that?
First gamers or first-year players involved. First is here with Jarman Impey.
Brilliant play.
Straight line the ball over to Robbie Gray, who's having an excellent game of footy. But then, partner in crime, Sam Gray. Look at this, Farouk. You like this?
On Joel Patfull, if you don't mind.
What a step. What a finish.
I tell you what, Mum and Dad will be here. How proud would they be at the moment?
Yeah.
The young fella's been on fire. He's gone off with an injury. Looked like he was done for the day. He's come back on and he's kicked another goal. Well done, Sam Gray.
At the moment, while we're seeing a number of stoppages in their forward end. So, yes, their time on ground might be high, but their actual work rate as defenders isn't as high because of this reason of keeping the ball locked in their forward half.
And they win another clearance quite comfortably, and through Cassisi, they find Schultz. And the sharing of goal kickers goes on at Port Adelaide. White with 3. Westhoff's got a couple. Sam Gray's got 2. Schultz is lining up for his 3rd. Robbie Gray's offline, he's 1-4. And Travis Boak as well. So now for Schultz. Directly in front, 45 metres out. The crowd like it, and so does Schultz.
Well, they've dominated inside 50s with 43 in this game to Brisbane 19. As we see here, this is another one just out of a stoppage situation. Just able to cruise through 3 or 4 Brisbane Lions players. Way too easy on that push forward from Port Adelaide, and Schultz was able to get on the end of it. But this is their points. This is their average score in 2014. Ranked number 3 with 112. They're restricting the opposition as well. And you see Brisbane just not able to accurately get the ball going forward and score on a more consistent basis.
Well, that 112 is going to go up. We're at 96 now
already,
and we've still got 6.5 minutes remaining in this quarter, plus another.
Yeah, red alert time now, but since halfway through the first quarter, 14-10 to 3-2.
It's a complete dominance by the power, and the Lions have lost Leuenberger and Hanley so far. And here they go again. Cassisi, 55 metres out to the square. Westhoff! Party time here at Adelaide Oval.
They're all having a lick of the ice cream at the moment, the boys.
50,000 members, brand new stadium. Budget's looking good. Players are up and about.
The power on fire. Taking advantage of an injury-depleted Brisbane Lions.
The Hoff for his 3rd. There it is.
Out of the centre bounce again, but it was Hamish Hartlett who was able to, he knew where Cassisi was. He takes the tackle here, knowing that he's going to be able to release his teammate free to run forward, puts it into a dangerous spot, and the Hoff, well, he just picks it up. He picks everything up the earliest at the moment. He's in a rare patch of form over the last 12 months. One of the most dominant players in the competition at this present time is Justin Westhoff.
Beautiful take from Gray. It's Robbie Gray off to O'Shea, to Boak. Next in the queue is Westhoff. Can they go coast to coast here? White, couple inboard. One's O'Shea, back to White. His 3rd involvement in this build-up. Has to kick it up high, though. Schultz is a good mark, but he won't beat a couple. But it falls for Cassisi, who can give it out to Sam Gray for the hat-trick. Oh, yes, Sammy Gray's got 3. Coast to coast. It's as good as it gets from Port.
He'd think he's dreaming, wouldn't he, Jono?
Oh, wow, that is just an unbelievable goal from Port Adelaide. We'll see it unfold here in its entirety, but it's just sensational. You talk about stretching the ground, and that's the way they use it out of defence. But then it's the run from behind. The midfielders end up getting involved as well, working from defensive 50 out to the wing. And you're right with Sammy Gray. His work has been just exceptional today.
It's a bit of heat around, but again, eventually it's Polak who throws it on the boot and gets it out. Here's the man of the moment, Sam Gray, to Boak. Westhoff again. Boak, good shepherd.
The other Gray.
Here's Robbie Gray.
Has he got the yips? Will he pass it off?
I think he's looking to pass it off. He's 1 goal forward. Almost the identical spot where he missed his last one.
Wonder if he'll run here and probably still kick the drop punt, but
Get a message out to him. Tell him to run around and improve the arc.
I still think kick the drop punt from this far out, but give yourself some room. You can see the room he's got there to run towards the umpire to open things up for him.
He's not listening, Jono.
He's going
Doesn't
straight.
need to.
Oh, it's a great area, that one. It's a goal.
81 points the margin, if you don't mind. This is a massacre here. and it smelt like it had that in the making at half-time. Sam Gray looks like he's played a couple hundred games. He's having a ball out there. The Hoff's running around, just doing as he likes. Robbie Gray is getting plenty of the ball. He's had 6 shots on goal already. And there's the Hoff, beard in tow. And Robbie Gray really stepping up with Monfries and Wingard out of the side. He's having a field day.
Kick out wide. Brown was the target. Carlisle was with him. O'Shea. Ebert. Who's next? It's Impey. It's his turn. 40 metres out. Jarman Impey's on the ball.
The young players.
That's his first goal in AFL football.
Yep, it's your turn, son. You haven't got one yet. Just get on the end of a handball around 50 metres. There should be one coming soon. And this is getting a little bit too easy at the moment, but a couple of men down Brisbane, couple of big rotations down. Hanley's out, Leuenberger's out. But Impey, he's looked good. He's looked good since he came into the side in the pre-season. A little back pocketer, but now starting to push forward and kick some goals.
Ebert, I want to get it moving through the middle. Such is their
confidence. Brownie.
And Brown on White.
Who's going to go up to Brownie though?
No 50.
Here's Brown.
Oh, nice hit.
Yeah, it's just a real, it's a great lesson for country kids from anywhere that you can make it.
That's right.
You can get out there and play AFL footy if you do the hard work.
Turnover on the kick in straight to Oliver Wines. And he hits to the top of the square. Where's Westhoff? He couldn't mark it, but Robbie Gray can, or is there a free kick? It's going to be Robbie Gray to Young. And he's clouded as he got it, but it was in the act of spoiling from Cutler. So Young comes onto the ground, Aaron Young.
Westhoff did that well before. He was probably close maybe to giving away the free kick, but made it, disguised it well, going for the mark to allow Gray to take an easy mark inside forward 50 before handing it off to Young.
So the sub into the game and on the scoreboard with a goal.
And this bloke can really play, Aaron Young. Don't worry about that. If you remember the final series last year, he was coming on and having a big impact as well. And there's Robbie Gray just saying, there you go, young Aaron, you come on with the fresh legs, it's your turn to kick a goal. But this is the depth that Port Adelaide have got at the moment with minimal injuries, only a couple out today. They've got about 10 players back in their SANFL side that could comfortably come in and play really good footy at the moment.
Looks like a player of the future, and that's strong hands and courage from Hartlett. He bends on the left. That's a lovely left foot pass to Young by hand. Opening up Polak, man in the square. Or will he go all the way by himself? Heads to the square. Schultz.
But that's the advantage with the injection of Polak into this lineup. You see that kick there from 50 metres. It was like a bullet to Schultz. The defender was only 5 metres off, but had no chance of getting the ball because of the strength of the kick. If that ball sits up a little bit, then Brisbane probably spoil that over the line.
Schultz kicks his fourth. Margin to 94.
You have to give credit for Port Adelaide, not just for getting Polak, because it was a 2-horse race, that one. There's good mark here by Hamish Hartley, got up quickly and moved the ball on, which enabled Polak to get the ball to Schultz, one out in the goal square, but it was a 2-horse race. Port Adelaide won that race, not because he barracks for Port Adelaide, because they presented better and showed him how they could make him a better footballer. So he had the talent at Brisbane. Brisbane couldn't get it out of him, but look what he's done under Ken Hinkley and Darren Burgess.
You want to be the key forward or one of the keys in the Brisbane lineup, you've got to nail those.
A bit of a messy kick there from Corns on the way out. Hartlett trying to use his strength. Jonas does. Polak cut off by Paparone. By hand. Aish steps around Ebert. A couple of famous names in South Australia, Aish and Ebert. Crummer, Zorko, and the Magician kicks the goal. As they take it out wide, a big take by Jonas. Touched off the boot, they let himself down after a good mark.
Come on, Tommy.
50 against Brisbane.
Oh, whoever
Yeah,
shot
it is.
there, Broadbent.
It was impeded after getting rid of the ball, so tackled pretty much after disposing of the ball.
Was that Jay Brown again?
It was.
Right on the 50.
He might have regretted playing another year, Brownie.
So Broadbent.
He nearly had to go another year, though, didn't he?
He's a
Because of
huge
what-
kick.
He is a big kick. And it's off to the right. It's getting there. The mark to Brisbane. To West. Seems to be coming back in pretty quickly here, doesn't it, from Port? Brisbane only just getting it to halfway. But they're hanging on because Port are missing some goals. Robbie Gray now. Sets it up for Schultz. And he's got it. And again, he tries to pinch a metre.
Give us your prediction, Root.
Oh, no, kick it.
He'll kick it, okay. Missed the last one to the left.
Not in doubt. Never in doubt.
He actually hasn't come around. It's just a clever play. He didn't even come around.
He's got a
He
metre.
just stopped where he was.
Humpy's not awake.
So can he make amends and straighten it up and kick his fifth? You'd expect him to. And he's on cue. 5 for Jay Schultz.
That's a good player, Roo, when he can learn from his mistakes and go back and nail the next opportunity that he gets. It's great
Kick
effort.
a handful, isn't it, Jono?
Yep.
5 straight. I mean, he's done his job there. He's been a great pickup since he's come back from Richmond, Jay Schultz, and underrated player. Usually a very, very accurate kick. It works very hard as well. Pushes up the ground as well.
Wines, so clever. Doesn't panic when there's bodies around him. Jonas to Broadbent, and here we go. Here they go. O'Shea looking for another coast-to-coast rebound footy goal. It'll take him to the 100-point margin. Impey turns. Cutler hasn't got it yet. Here they come. Schultz is lurking.
Oh, he's done.
Boak is there. Schultz wants the free.
Oh,
Gets
got
it.
it.
This will get him over the 100 mark. And it'll get Schultz 6.
Port Adelaide fans are going crazy.
They'll be thinking, how good is this move to the Adelaide Oval?
Yeah, they're enjoying it, aren't they? A big
They
crowd
are.
here. The stadium lives up to everything, and Schultz lives up to the expectations of a key forward and kicks another one.
Half a dozen for Jay Schultz. Everyone's breaking records at the moment. Not that that's a record for Jay Schultz. He's kicked plenty of goals, but Boak's had 40. Chad Corns has had 37. Ebert's had 31. He's just dropped off in the last quarter a little bit. Matty White, probably a PB, 24 and 3 goals. He's very happy he's not at Richmond after the way they played last night. Well, and Port Adelaide are up by 101 points. A tough month coming up for the Power. West Coast, Geelong, GWS on their day, hard to beat, and Freo in Adelaide. So they want to at least get a couple of wins out of those 4.
Having 10 or more goal kickers. They've had 5 multiples today, Port Adelaide, so they certainly tick that box.
There's a lot to like about what they're doing here at Port. This will take them to 3 wins and 1 narrow loss. And there's still time for the half.
Well, you just about put this down, wouldn't you?
He's got a man on his own. Schultz.
Oh, he's got it,
hang
Jimmy.
on. Up for number 7.
That might cost him 100 though, that one, Jay. Just,
Look at the see, he's just creeps.
Wanders
I like
off.
the way he does this.
Yeah.
has he got it? What's the umpy doing?
Oh, dear.
Come on. Jay can't believe it.
He said, well, he's got to bring me back, surely.
He doesn't.
He just wanted off.
He's
He
lined
just-
him up with a post. Have a look at that.
He's going to be shouted that we've exposed him here.
Hey, we've done
7
nothing.
goals for Jay Schultz. One of many who have had blinders.
Well, everything is going Port's way. Even the umpires are lining him up and giving him a couple of metres to help him get great record.
Just watch this. So we get the kick in.
Yep.
Pollack spots him. Oh no, it's the Hoff. The Hoff
Yeah,
kick.
the Hoff gets it over the top here. Schultz just wanders into a bit of space all on his own, as easy as you like.
Bang.
There it is.
Starts wandering left. There he goes.
Just starts moving.
Just starts moving left.
Look at
There you
him,
go.
he's creeping around
I mean,
a
he's
little
got 5 metres there.
The umpire lined him up with the points there. No.
He lined him up with the points.
Middle of the
That's
points.
exactly what happened.
It's hot out there.
Jay Schultz, always thinking, always dangerous.
It is. It's just the little things, they count.
Can he get 8? He's got time. Boak into the pocket. It's Robbie Gray. Can he find him? No, he finds Eben instead. Well, this would cap it off, wouldn't it? It's been that sort of day for Port Adelaide. It's been one of their best performances that I've seen.
Well, they haven't had a 100-point win. Way back to 2005, they beat Hawthorn by 117 points. So nearly 10 years. And what a way to...
This will just cap it off brilliantly. They're up by 107 points. Ebert kicks the goal. What a brilliant performance by Port Adelaide. Their fans should be ecstatic, and they are. This team is one to be reckoned with.
They're a contender. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
Full strength. They are a premiership contender now. They still have to beat some good sides. I'm not saying they'll win it, but they're a dead set chance if everything goes right.
Even across the board now, Port Adelaide, their midfield is super strong. You look at Boak with 41, Corns with 38, Eben 35. Just huge numbers. And you got someone like where Hamish Hartlett only has a 16 today, but still has an impact in his own right. But he's likely to come out next week and have 35 himself. So
that's the key, isn't it? It's just spreading the load.
Spreading the load across the board. The young players today were just fantastic. Robbie Gray was excellent, just didn't kick straight 2 goals for. Matty White's come in and had an impact from Richmond. Westhoff kicks his 3, Schultz kicks his 7. Just every player today from Port Adelaide will get a big tip from Coach Ken Hinkley.
It was an extremely dominant performance all over the ground, as Brad mentioned. They had winners everywhere.